Planting tomato seedlings outside is an exciting step towards a bountiful harvest. By following a few simple steps, you can ensure your plants get the nutrients they need and recover quickly from the transplant shock. Let's break down the process and understand why each step is important. First, you'll need to dig big holes in your garden bed or container where you plan to transplant your tomato seedlings. The size of the holes should match the size of your plants. The goal is to bury about half of the plant underground, so make sure the holes are deep enough to accommodate this. Spacing is also crucial. Keep each hole about 10 to 12 inches apart. This gives the plants enough room to grow without competing for resources like water, sunlight, and nutrients. Once the holes are ready, the next step is to add a handful of vermicompost to each hole. Vermicompost is a type of compost made from worm castings, and it's packed with essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These nutrients are vital for plant growth and help improve soil structure, making it easier for roots to spread and absorb water and nutrients. Adding vermicompost at this stage ensures your tomato plants have a rich, nutrient-dense environment to grow in right from the start. After adding vermicompost, sprinkle about 1 tablespoon of rock phosphate powder into each hole. Rock phosphate is a natural mineral that provides phosphorus, a key nutrient for root development and flowering. Phosphorus is especially important for tomatoes because it helps the plants establish strong roots and promotes healthy fruit production. By adding rock phosphate at the time of planting, you're giving your plants a steady supply of phosphorus as they grow. Next, mix the vermicompost and rock phosphate into the soil at the bottom of the hole. This ensures the nutrients are evenly distributed and readily available to the plant's roots. Once the mixture is well incorporated, water the hole thoroughly. Adding water at this stage provides instant moisture to the roots, which helps reduce transplant shock. Transplant shock occurs when plants are moved from one environment to another, causing stress that can slow growth. By watering the hole before planting, you're creating a welcoming environment for the roots, making the transition smoother. Now it's time to prepare your tomato seedlings for planting. Remove the lower leaves from each plant, leaving only the top few sets of leaves intact. This step is important because it allows you to bury about half of the plant underground without the leaves touching the soil. Burying half of the plant might seem unusual, but it's a proven technique for growing stronger, healthier tomatoes. When you bury the stem, it develops additional roots along the buried portion. These extra roots help the plant absorb more water and nutrients, making it more resilient and productive. After planting, give your tomato seedlings another generous watering. This helps settle the soil around the roots and ensures the plants have enough moisture to start establishing themselves in their new environment. Watering thoroughly at this stage also helps reduce air pockets in the soil, which can dry out roots and hinder growth. By following these steps, you're setting your tomato plants up for success. Digging deep holes, adding vermicompost and rock phosphate, watering before planting, and burying half of the plant are all practices that provide essential nutrients, reduce transplant shock, and promote strong root development. These small but important steps can make a big difference in the health and productivity of your tomato plants. Remember, gardening is a process that requires patience and care. After planting, continue to monitor your plants. Water them regularly and provide support as they grow. With the right care, your tomato plants will thrive, and you'll be rewarded with a delicious harvest in the future.